We're now going to use a bubble sort to sort these 7 playing cards in ascending order. The basic idea is to go through the cards and compare adjacent pairs. If the pair is out of order, we will then swap the cards. This will keep happening until the data is in the correct order. We'll start with our first pair, 9 and 8. 9 and 8 are out of order since 9 is greater than 8, so we'll make the swap. We then move on to our next pair, 9 and 6. Those are out of order, so we will again switch them so then those two are in the correct order. The next pair is 9 and 4. Those are out of order, so we'll switch them. Next pair is 9 and 10. Now 9 is less than 10, so those are in the correct order, but then we go to 10 and 5, and since those are out of order, we will switch them. Our last pair to compare in this first pass is 10 and 7, and those two are out of order, so we'll make the swap. Now, we have to go through again to make sure everything's good. So we'll start with our first two cards, 8 and 6. Those are out of order, so we'll swap them. Our next two cards are 8 and 4. Well, those are out of order, so we'll switch them too. 8 and 9 are in the correct order, but our next pair, 9 and 5, are not, so we'll make the swap there too. The next two cards that we compare are 9 and 7. Those two cards are out of order, so we'll then switch them. And the last two cards we'll have to compare are 9 and 10. Those are in order. And then we go through the whole set another time. So we start with our first pair, 6 and 4. Those are out of order, so we'll switch them. 6 and 8, those two cards are in the correct order, so we move to the next pair, 8 and 5. Those two cards are out of order, so we will switch them. 8 and 7 is our next pair. Those are out of order, so we'll switch them too. Then our last two cards are 8 and 9. And 9 and 10, and those are both in order, so we won't switch them. We go back to the beginning and compare 4 and 6. Those are in order, but our next pair, 5 and 6, are not in order, so we'll switch them. 6 and 7 are in order, 8 and 9 are in order, and 9 and 10 are in order. We start in the beginning again and compare each pair, and through this final pass, we will see that all the cards are in the correct order. So this will be our last pass through, and we know that the whole data set is sorted.